Hello, friends, and welcome back for another episode of Indie Impressions. My name is Nick, and today we're going to be checking out something called Sluk Swafa by developer Nanolotl, and my apologies if my pronunciation is not quite on point for that one. I don't think I've quite said words exactly like that prior to this moment ever before. So this is a first-person exploration slash adventure game from the LD30 competition with the theme Connected Worlds. Again, there's actually quite a few similarities between this one and Deadland that we played yesterday on the channel, and in a lot of ways, actually, a lot of really positive correlations to be made as well. So we're going to be wandering around a little bit in some surreal, strange worlds and trying to figure out what's going on here. And I think you guys are going to have a good time. So the first area we seem to be presented with is very reminiscent of some of the later areas or the latest area of Proteus. And also there was a Yeti hunting game that I remember from quite a while back that had a pretty similar look to it, with some kind of like really low-res, bitmappy looking trees and some snow falling down. So, taking a glance in every direction, doesn't seem like there's anything in particular that we really want to walk in the direction of, but thankfully that doesn't really matter a whole lot, because, well, any direction we go to takes us to the next destination, so really that's just a quick holdover as we get acclimated to a new place. So we find ourselves awakening on what appears to be a road on a little island in the middle of the water, with a big old skyscraper or like apartment complex or something sitting on it, and a bunch of people just kind of standing around, oddly looking in all directions as if something traumatic just happened, like maybe the chunk of city block that they live on had just been moved to the middle of the ocean. That would certainly mess with my head a little bit anyway. So why don't we take a quick look around here and see if there's anything. Oh, there's a thing. Alright, we found a key. That's probably a good thing to have. And I don't know quite where we're going to bring this key, but I guess we could take a look around. Do I need to, try and open one of these doors with it? Okay, it seems like there's an invisible wall in front, unfortunately. And that seems to be the case all the way down, and I'm trying to click just in case there's some kind of other way to operate things. Oh, I thought this guy had, blood dripping down him, from his mouth. I thought it was a vampire with a handlebar mustache, which I'm not sure I've seen a whole lot of. This guy looks a little bit peaked, maybe needs to take a rest or something. Looks like he's about to fall over. And this person seems to have a full-body Twitch outfit, Twitch overalls on with head covering as well, which I haven't quite seen that look yet. Maybe something for, PAX East 2015, for the PAX Twitch booth or something like that. So it looks like they're all kind of standing there lackadaisically. They don't really seem to have much going on with them. I wonder if we can... Oh, alright, well, sorry little Minecraft guy. I don't feel too good about that. Maybe that's what we're supposed to do? Because there doesn't seem to be much else going on this island. It seems pretty much like in all directions we've just got nothing. So I guess I'll just push everyone into the water and be a big old jerk about the whole thing, and see if that makes something change. You've probably noticed this already, but there isn't any sound or music in this one, and, this is one of the things that happens when you're trying to make a game under a very tight crunch time, and this one was made for the LD30 competition, so I'm not sure if it was either in the 48-hour or the 72-hour game jam, but still, that's either 2 or 3 days to create a creation from presumably something close to scratch. I mean, I'm not sure quite where they have to start when engines are involved. I know this is made in Unity, so it makes me wonder, how much can they use of, default assets, or are there default assets? I don't know. I really need to just, get Unity and mess around with it for a while, so I'm a little bit more informed for videos like this. This seems to come up, almost every day, and I think it's about time. So we're just going to continue pushing these dudes into the water. And then I'm not sure what's going to happen next. I'm hoping something cool. Alright. Nothing obvious has changed as far as I'm aware. I'm going to grab this key again, though, just in case maybe that makes something happen. And nope, still no on the apartment buildings. And still nothing on the bushes. And that leads me to believe that the only other option is take this key and jump in the same water that I pushed all those poor people into. See ya. Uh-oh. Well, this is quite a thing. Alright, so we seem to have been transposed to a hell version of the area we were just in a moment ago. And it's got these crazy freaking columns with, like, tentacles coming off of them. That's very interesting. What does this remind me of? Cube Z or something? There was a zombie game that I played that had, like, blocky, cubey zombies, and it kind of looked a little bit like this for me. Oh, I got the key stuck behind one of the tentacles. Can I exploit the game in any way by doing this? I have to wonder. Let's slingshot it all the way back across the whole level if possible. Here we go. Ready? 3, 2, 1, bam! Alright, that really didn't help us in any way, shape, or form. What's up on that pillar, though? I see something gold. And I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to go through this, but I don't think it lets me in. And I'm clicking, and I'm dropping, and I'm moving, and I'm trying to duck. There's no passing through here. So clearly I'm supposed to do something to get to that point, unless it's being a big old tease. So the next option that I feel I have is literally the only other option, to fall in the lava. Oh, there were pillars under the lava. Did you see that? I wonder if that means anything. Maybe it's just shared geometry. Alright, so I've respawned in what looks to be the forest from the first area, but it's got graves in it now. Oh, are those all the people I pushed in? Oh, actions have consequences sometimes. I'm so not used to that I almost don't even expect it when it happens. And now I'm literally dancing on their graves, so I'm the most horrible person. I guess I'll just wander away from this whole horrible murder scene. Why are they buried out in the snowy plain like that? It's so far away. And, like, how did I even get there if we're just surrounded by water? Okay, so I'm back here again. I guess I have another opportunity to not be a jerk, but at the same time, there's nowhere else to go, right? I don't think anything has changed. It looks like the same group of people standing in roughly the same places and slightly pivoted in various directions. Maybe a few more of the mustache vampire characters around. I could group them all into like a big pile and see if that does anything, but I feel like that's kind of wasting time at this point. So I guess I'll... Oh, careful. I guess I'll... Oh my god, this guy's determined to jump in the water no matter what I do. I'm just going to go in. And... Alright, I guess I was given a second chance for redemption here. On my second go-around, I committed no acts of homicide, and I was allowed to enter the gates of heaven, I suppose. So there we go. We've opened up the gate with our key that I happen to thankfully take with me through death. And, we've got some hedge trimmers now, so I can actually go back and potentially go do some exploring in the Netherrealm, which means I have to commit more acts of homicide, doesn't it? Unless there's another use for these that I'm not aware of. Seems a little cruel, doesn't it? You know, we just got away from that whole way of life, and now we've been thrust right back into it again. It's a very cool premise. I really like how this is being executed, and it seems surprisingly comprehensive in the features that are available. Also, those trees are very menacing, the way they're grouped together like that. Does this just... Oh, okay. It only gradates away as I walk away from the central spawn point. So now I've got my hedge trimmers. I'm back alive for round 3. And these two people have merged into one horrifying being. Okay. So I can, like, trim... Yeah, I can trim these little edges down, it looks like. So maybe I could be, like, a good gardener or something, right? I could really help out. I feel like there's not really a reason to do this. It's probably not going to actually do anything. But I'm also one of those kind of very careful people that wants to try every permutation and option that's being given to me just in case. I know, given some of my episodes of the series, you might think otherwise of me, but, you know, it doesn't seem like it's going to take that long. Alright, so we've already trimmed all of these. This is gardening sim, you know? Sulkswafa, gardening sim, same thing. It's backwards. It's just the word backwards. That's what that means. I actually am kind of curious to know what the origin of the naming scheme is here, because it definitely seems like it might just be in a language that I don't understand, or... Oh, crap. Alright, so, well, that's not good. We've decapitated a man, and his decapitated head is now resting next to him. I'm apparently still a horrible person, whether I tried to or not, so the only option now is do the unthinkable again. I just keep making all these terrible decisions, guys. I can't help it. Oh, okay, so the hedges that I trimmed in the parallel light world dimension stayed trimmed here. And probably don't fall in that lava, please. What do I do here? Do I stand... Is this the sacrifice altar? And drop the hedge trimmers on it? What does this do? Was I supposed to bring something here? Oh no, I was probably supposed to sacrifice the head on the altar. I'm pretty sure that's what I was supposed to do. Okay, so round 3. It's actually really cool the way that this is done. I mean, I like the art style in and of itself. It's simple enough that you really don't have to think too hard about it. It's just kind of like straightforward. It's a little cartoonish, but you know, there's nothing wrong with that. And the way that this game has sort of like this evolutionary quality where you're doing this trial and error stuff in a way that's not actually frustrating, which is a thing that I mentioned last time. That's, you know, kind of cool. For adventure games, I mean, anyway, they tend to have a little bit of that repetition element, which I'm not a huge fan of. Well, I don't really like the idea of choosing one of these people to decapitate, but sorry. Alright, so now we can take the skull, where I can't carry that. Man, what a morbid game. And I guess we'll jump in, and we'll take the skull. Oh, I hope the hedges stay trimmed. Yeah, they did. Otherwise, it would have made a very big mistake there. And that's starting to look a little bit like a golden skull up on top of that. This trap has probably gotten a few people as well. And we'll drop that down there. Sacrifice has been made. Ah, that's the pillar that I saw. Wait, do I have to keep doing this? I have to bring multiple skulls, and each time I get another... Oh. Wait a minute, now I don't have the hedge trimmers anymore. Does that mean I have to cycle this whole thing again? Wow, this is going to require a remarkable amount of effort. I really didn't expect that. Alright, so we're back. Oh, the hedge trimmers are here again. Well, somebody saw a head. Get it? That's very handy of them to do that, so I don't have to go back and choose the good path, I guess. Sorry, dude. I am a horrible person. I've got your skull. Here we go. Not really sure I understand the relevance of having to do this multiple times. I mean, I get the puzzle element of figuring out how to make this happen in the first place seemed like the real gameplay element, but then having to come back and forth a few times seems like a little excessive. But, you know, it's only twice, or do I have to do this a third time? I think I have to do this a third time. I don't think I can make that jump. Yeah, they probably wanted me to try to make the jump, and then when I didn't make it, I come back. The first one, though, like, super not necessary, because obviously you can't make the jump. The second one is like, you might think you could make the jump. Third one, better make the jump. Otherwise, you're going to have to go do it another time, and that seems a little much. Sorry. Oh, sorry. Too bad I can't take 3 skulls with me. Make a necklace out of the dead. Game's bringing out some very morbid qualities in me, isn't it? Have I made the Minecraft comparison yet? Well, there it is. Done. Figured worth mentioning. It's definitely got that vibe to it as well, or Delver, or any of the ones that sort of follow the same kind of low-res technique to it. Okay, gold skull. Got a gold skull. What do I do with a gold skull? Well, I guess we sacrifice it on the altar as well and see what happens next. I'm hoping Cthulhu will come out and something cool will happen. Oh, man! I've been reborn into a world of happy trees. Bob Ross would be so proud. And that was GG. Apparently, well, I should have seen that coming from a mile away. Apparently when I finished the game, that just dropped me out on the desktop. It's a pretty common thing that I see happen with indie games in general. I wish they wouldn't do that, but, you know, it's not the end of the world. I got what I needed to out of that experience, and that was a remarkably fun little game. I really enjoyed that little journey we took together. I know it was a little morbid at times, and I know it definitely had its dark periods, but, you know, we made it out the other side unscathed. I'm not really sure about the message, though. Sacrifice enough people's skulls on this altar, and you'll be rewarded with a gold skull that you can also sacrifice, and then everything's peachy? What does that really say about things? I don't know. Maybe we're appeasing some sort of demonic god. Who knows, man. Anyway, that was Sulkswafa. I still don't know what it means, but I tried reading it backwards, and that doesn't really help. A-F-E-W-S-K. Wait, skulls. I figured it out. It stands for a few skulls. I can read words backwards. I'm an intelligent man. Anyway, That's going to do it for today's episode. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, consider leaving a like on it because it helps me out a whole bunch. And be sure to come back again tomorrow. New episodes of Indie Impressions go up every single day. And of course, if you'd like to check this game out yourself, the link is going to be right in the description. It's name your own price on each.io. So if you want to download it, feel free to throw a few dollars the developer's way if you feel compelled. I definitely appreciate any support that we can give to developers. That is part of the whole mission here on, youtube.com/RockleySmile/Indie Impressions. Expose lesser known indie games, help developers out, bring exposure, bring goodwill, and all of that good stuff. So I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow for another one. I hope you enjoyed the episode, and I will talk to you all later.